Hello. Okay, so today is April the 10th, and we're 8 days out to Boston now, so give or take a week. I am in the middle of my taper, and although tapering should be easy because technically you do less than when you're training, but tapers are actually really challenging. It's so hard to pull back and gear down after spending so many weeks going at such a high rate and doing so much 5 days a week working out, and all of a sudden you have to pull back. So it's challenging. I'm doing everything I can today to stay busy and not think about the fact that I'm not running today and that I've run less in the last week. Well, actually I haven't run at all. That's another story. So yeah, the tricky thing about taper is that your mind is always worrying about, you know, are you going to lose your fitness? Are your legs going to stiffen up? Are you going to put on weight? You have to watch everything that you eat because you're not running as much anymore, and all the habits, all the eating habits that you've had for the last 8 weeks have to change completely. So it's the key, I think, to successful tapering is just to stay busy, which is what I'm trying to do today. So it's been a rocky couple of weeks. As I mentioned, haven't really been running, and that's because I've had some problems with my groin. So a couple of weeks ago, I ran around the bay. That was on March 27th, I believe. I ran around the bay 30K, and it's a well-known 30K race in Hamilton, Ontario, and that was my test race to see if a week of rest would help my groin. And a week of rest did help my groin, but it didn't help it enough. So then the next step was bone scans to see if perhaps my problem was actually a fracture or a fracture beginning to happen. So it's been a rocky couple of weeks into doctor's offices, into physiotherapy appointments, getting bone scans, getting x-rays. And the good news is that there's no fracture, so I can run Boston without having to worry about coming home on crutches, and that's great news. But I do have a groin strain, which means that I do need to keep resting and continuing to use the bike and spin class to keep training for the marathon. And it means that I will most likely be in pain when I run Boston because it's groin pains groin strains take a while to heal. So probably I would say at least halfway through the marathon I'll probably start to feel it, and you know what, it's okay. We're endurance athletes, we're used to feeling a little bit of pain. As long as I know nothing's going to break, I can run through it and make it to the finish line. So 8 more days to go. Rest is on the menu right now, and getting very anxious to leave. I'm going to be leaving on Thursday in 4 days, so getting very anxious and looking forward to it, and can't wait. I can't believe it's nearly there. So 8 more days to go.